Welcome to the In English Coffee Office. Today is Monday, January 26, and like every morning, David and Alex are at the coffee machine.
Morning, Alex. Please tell me this machine is actually working today.
Good morning, David. It is working, but the espresso light is blinking slowly. You know what that means?
It means I am going to be standing here for 5 minutes waiting for my fuel. Just what I needed before my 9 a.m. pipeline review.
Patience is a virtue, David. Besides, it gives us a moment to catch up. How is your morning going so far?
Slow, painfully slow. I feel like I am running on 10% battery. I need a jump start.
Well, while you wait for that caffeine kick, did you see the news on CNN yesterday?
You know I usually skip the news until I have had coffee. But wait, are you talking about the space launch?
Exactly, the Orbital Reef Core Module launch. It was all over the headlines on January 22.
Oh yeah, I caught a glimpse of that. Blue Origin in Sierra Space, right? It is finally happening.
They successfully deployed the first habitable commercial node. It is officially the first mixed-use business park in orbit.
That phrase blows my mind. Business park in orbit. It sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie.
It does, but the implications are very real. The article mentioned they already have 3 pharmaceutical companies signed up for zero-gravity research.
See, that is where my brain goes. Sales. Imagine being the sales rep, closing a deal for office space in the exosphere.
The logistics must be a nightmare, though. As a project manager, just thinking about the supply chain for that makes my head spin.
But think of the commission, Alex. The article said the initial lease contracts are in the range of $50 million. $50 million.
Only you would focus on the commission? I am more fascinated by the engineering. They are using that inflatable habitat technology. It expands to 3 times its launch volume once it hits orbit.
That is wild. I wonder if they need a coffee machine up there. Probably works better than this one.
I doubt they can afford downtime in low Earth orbit. Every second up there costs thousands of dollars.
True. Speaking of money and costs, did you catch that piece in the Wall Street Journal on January 21?
The one about the Fed and the ECB?
That is the one. The transatlantic digital bridge. Finally, some good news for my international accounts.
It is a massive shift for the global economy. They are officially linking the digital dollar and the digital euro for instant settlements.
You have no idea how happy that makes me. I have a client in Berlin who always uses the wire transfer delay as an excuse. Oh, David, the money is in the SWIFT system. Give it 3 days. Not anymore, buddy.
It is going to streamline operations significantly. The article said they are bypassing the correspondent banking network entirely. Transaction fees are projected to drop by 80%.
80% is huge for our margins. Plus the speed, instant clearing means I can book the revenue in the same quarter. No more waiting for funds to clear on the last day of the month.
It is interesting how they solved the privacy concerns, though. They are using a permission ledger, so it is not fully public like Bitcoin.
I do not care how the sausage is made, Alex. I just want to eat. If it helps me hit my quota for She1, I am all for it.
Typical sales perspective, but you are right. It reduces friction. Although, implementing the new payment gateway API is going to be a headache for IT.
That sounds like a you problem, not a me problem.
Thanks for the empathy, but seriously, it changes the landscape for international trade. Smaller companies can finally compete without getting eaten alive by exchange fees.
Exactly. It levels the playing field. Hey, looks like the machine is finally dispensing liquid gold.
About time? By the way, before you run off to your meeting, did you see the USA Today report from Friday, January 23?
The one about the work week? Oh, I definitely saw that. I framed it in my mind.
The Great Shift. That was the headline. They released the results of that massive 2-year pilot program.
90%, Alex. 90% of the Fortune 500 companies involved are keeping the 4-day work week permanently. Why are we not in that 90%?
I knew you would say that. But look at the details. It is not just about working less. They found that productivity actually went up by 15%.
See, I've been saying that for years. If I could compress my calls into 4 days, I would be a machine. That extra day of rest would make me unstoppable on Monday.
The data supports you. Employee burnout dropped by 40% across the board. That is a significant statistic for HR departments.
It makes total sense. By Thursday afternoon, my brain is usually fried anyway. If I knew Friday was off, I would power through Thursday like a beast.
It requires a culture shift, though. Fewer meetings, more asynchronous work.
I am okay with fewer meetings. We can start by canceling the one I have in 10 minutes.
Nice try. But the article did mention a downside. Scheduling with external partners became tricky. If they were on a different 4-day rotation.
Details. We can figure that out. Imagine having every Friday off to play golf or, reflect on strategy.
Nice save. But seriously, the societal impact is fascinating. They mentioned a boom in the local tourism industry because people actually have time to travel on weekends.
It stimulates the economy. See, it all connects. The digital dollar helps us make money faster. The space station gives us new places to sell. And the 4-day week gives us time to spend the cash.
You have a unique way of connecting the dots, David.
That is why I am in sales. Big picture thinking.
Well, Mr. Big Picture, your coffee is ready.
Finally, it smells decent today.
Do not get your hopes up. It is still office coffee.
Better than nothing. So, are we going to pitch the 4-day week to the boss?
Let's wait until we close the key one projects. We need leverage.
Fair enough, but I am sending him that USA Today link. Just as a subtle hint.
Subtle is not really your strong suit, David.
Hey, I can be subtle. Sometimes.
Right. Well, I better get going. I have a stand-up meeting regarding the new software integration.
And I have to go explain to the team why we need to target the orbital market.
Good luck with that.
You too? Let's crush it today.
See you at lunch, David.
Time to get to work. Don't forget to subscribe and practice your English every day. You'll see how it just keeps getting better and better. See you tomorrow. Hope you have a fantastic day.